Cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin's performance so far since the beginning of 2022 has been particularly poor, if not dire. And one of the big questions I get asked now every day is, when can I buy that dip? Well, in today's chart of the day, I'm going to dig into Bitcoin specifically to see whether now is the right time or not, and if not, when possibly it could be. So let's get on with that analysis. There's some great technical analysis going on the weekly line chart for Bitcoin. We're sort of seeing two heads and shoulder patterns there, and the latter being, if it does happen, quite disastrous really for the coin, and would take the price down into like the 15,000 sort of area. But at the moment you can see that sort of neckline pink support trend line that I've put in there, and that's around 38,000 points at the moment. And we can see also that 45% decline in the price really since the start of the year. So it's been quite a significant move down, and potentially looking at that next Fibonacci area, the key 38% area, it's around about 28,000. So there could still be some more downside to come before things actually get better in the longer term. But overall that sort of trend has been higher lows, and it could be the turning point, but it's going to be all about timing and getting in just at that right moment. It's tricky, it's difficult to do, but it's going to be about that. Otherwise you could be wearing a lot more pain still. If you use one chart type to find you those reversals, those entry points to get in, then the line break chart is probably the one for you to use. And I use a modified version of the 3-line chart, which is a 4-line with a 2-bar aggressive reversal. If I want to be more conservative, 4 bars. And looking at the chart here, this is a daily one, so you can speed that up by changing the time frame, getting in even more aggressively. But if you want to be a bit more patient, then round about $40,500 dollars is the point to get in, using the 4-line with the 2-bar block reversal. And if you're a bit even more conservative than that, 44,000 sort of area. So what's the daily Heikin-Ashi chart giving us? Well, the signals at the bottom, those bottom 2 lines, are improving, but they're still bearish overall. So there's a bit more neutrality there. Volatility picking itself up nicely above its longer term average. That means we get some good price action. It's around about 65.5% per annum at the moment. Volume, not that significant. Still trading around its sort of longer term moving average. Heading on to the price directly, we can see that very big downtrend highlighted in the light pink and light blue 2 standard deviation regression lines. We can see the price playing within that area, and unsurprisingly we've got a sell signal from our 2 pink line box breakout setup. I've highlighted in a yellow area on the left where there's been a lot of price noise, and it's around that sort of low area on the Fibonacci numbers as well, so about 29,000. So there's still some significant downside that could be had, and it could move there quite easily. But overall at the moment the Heikin-Ashi chart still in bearish mode. I've used a 600 block size for the Renko chart, and looking at the signals at the bottom, that DMI trend still bearish, stochastics bearish, and there's a bit of improvement there to the regression signal just above that, but overall bearish in terms of signals. Heading on to the price, I've drawn the Fibonacci's from that recent downtrend from the beginning of the year. We can see the price trading below its longer term 200 moving average. It's broken south again from the 2-line pink box breakout system, giving us a sell signal there. It's all looking pretty unhealthy at the moment. To the downside, we got sort of support around 34,000, then it's down into the late 20s, and possibly even into the early 20s. And to the upside, if things can return to reasonable normality, then maybe 42,000, then 48, 49,000, and then up to mid 50,000s could be possible targets. So to give Bitcoin a score based purely off the technicals, well, I'm still sticking with a bearish POV at the moment, because there still could be some downside into that late 20,000 area. Heikin-Ashi Renko still pretty bearish, and if you were looking for those bullish reversals in the price, then have a look at the line break chart. We've got 40,500 and 43,000 as potential entry points, and if we go into the targets to the upside 1.33 and 2 to 1, and to the downside 1.17 and 1.83 to 1, risk return isn't substantial there because of the volatility of Bitcoin and the wider nature of the stops used for those examples. And overall, though, a bearish technical outlook still at the moment. So to answer the initial question, is it time to buy the dip yet? Well, if you're basing it purely on the technicals and getting the best bang for your buck is to time your way and using different indicators and tools, then the answer is not quite yet. There still could be some downside to come to that late 20,000 area, but it is all looking a bit more encouraging. The decline, the rot has slowed down some, so we can see there's more an imbalance coming between the buyers and the sellers. So again, it's all about timing and your risk appetite. Let me know in those comments below where you think Bitcoin is going to head next. I'd like to hear those views and opinions. If you liked today's video, please give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons, and in the description below I'll put in some links that you can follow if you want to trade Bitcoin on various exchanges. And all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.